Good morning to everyone. What beautiful colors we're in the sky this morning. It's a beautiful morning. The sun's just risen. We couldn't get out yesterday due to quite a big storm in the early morning, but we're out this Saturday and looking forward to ending the week on a good note. I'm going to head south this morning. I'm going to start around the main dam area and then probably head down further south into the reserve. It's my last drive for 2 weeks. I'm going to be on leave, so I'm looking forward to making a good one. But yeah, let's get out there and let's see what we can get. A group of male elephants here just past our airstrip. Beautiful tusker, this male. Very nice contrast at the moment, all the greenery with their dark grey bodies. It's often a place, if my guests want elephants, that I've come first thing in the morning. Just past the airstrip here, it's quite thick here and a lot of trees. Good place for the elephants to feed, so we often get the herds in here in these male groups. It's always a good place to find them. These are birds that we don't see too often out here. They're called Marabou storks. Definitely not the world's most beautiful birds. Often see them hanging around with vultures at carcasses or digging through rubbish dumps. They also move through the open clearings and look for frogs, fish, which are quite a big scavenger as well. So I've just managed to bump into the Talamati Pride down in the south, which is always great to see this pride. They are lying up in some shade already. It's only about 7 a.m. but they're already lying up in the shade under some trees. They are watching to the left of us. Here is a warthol called Buffelshoek warthol, which does attract a bit of game. There's some impala down there at the moment, so they're busy watching that warthol. They got a good vantage from here. You can only see the females and youngsters here at the moment. I haven't seen the male, but I've counted all 14. They're all here. Well fed. So they've eaten recently. Nothing too big, doesn't look like. I know they've had some good success in the Sabi Sands. They've been killing some buffalo and a zebra. So once again, the Talamati Pride, always a good hunting pride. Looking after these youngsters once again very well. Sub-adults, especially the males, are growing really quickly and developing the manes nicely. They are, as I said, being well fed, so they will naturally grow nice and quick, getting a lot of protein into those bodies. Just seen the Avoca male. He's probably about 200 meters away from the rest of the pride. It's very close between him and Red Road as to who's my favorite male on the reserve. I really enjoy seeing both of them. I probably will just have to go with Red Road. But yeah, this guy, I really enjoy this guy as well. It's a beautiful male. It's definitely the nicer looking male of the three northern Avocas. Nice dark mane. Beautiful looking boy. Still walks with his slight limp. Especially once he's woken up and you see him start walking, he's a bit stiff, but I've also seen him after a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes, he actually walks fine. I mean, one morning I bumped into him and I saw him, I actually mistook him for another lion because he was walking so well. His mane's actually growing as well down to his belly, sort of similar to the hairy belly Matimba. He's got the patches of hair on the back of his elbows, and also the mane starting to grow down the stomach. So he's really an impressive looking lioness. And done such an incredible job with the Talamatis. All 9 cubs still alive. So they were born as 9 in the pride. All 9 have survived, so the pride's doing really, really well. Beautiful young giraffe. I always love how 2 of them, fluffy their horns are, with their ossicones, when they're young like that. Look very similar to that lion's mohawk that we saw a few days ago. They're the only animal out here that are born with their horns in place giraffe, which is quite interesting. When they're young, especially like these 2 are now, their horns are quite soft, their ossicones are quite soft, they're not really bony yet. When they're first born, obviously needing to come out of mom, those horns need to be quite flexible, you don't want them getting stuck. So it's more cartilage when they're younger, so quite soft. And as the years go on, they start to solidify into the bony protrusions that come off the skull. And that's what the males all used to fight in later life, so they need to be nice and strong. And the hornbills in the background, and a lot of cicadas. It is only 8 AM, but it must be sort of low 30 degrees Celsius already. It's incredibly hot. Beautiful scene here at SA Dam. Elephants are loving their time in the dam here, having a swim, cooling down. See those 2 playing. You often get the young males playing like that. People often confuse it for mating. They think that the elephants choose the water to mate with, to take the weight off, but that's not the case. The hippos do that in the water, but that's just elephants playing, normally the young males. So guys, I've just come up to the north quickly to an Koppies Pride, line pride sighting. They are with the 2 open males. I've come up here for a few reasons. Firstly, to show you that these females have split away from the 4 young males and have rejoined the 2 open males. They're both here, the open males. Secondly, to show you how far these Koppies are moving at the moment. They're sort of shifting their territory. They're moving from the Lodged Swallow Lodge all the way up to Skybeds. They're continually moving up past Honeyguide towards the Skybed region the last few weeks. And that's obviously not good news for the Koppies Pride. And that brings me to my next point. A friend of mine from Ngala next door in the Timbavati sent me a video 2 days ago where there was a group of females and a male busy, in particular the male was busy eating on the lioness. I'll actually, when I edit, I'll put this video in next. So if you don't want to see a lion being eaten by another lion, or sensitive to that, rather turn away now. But in this video you'll see the females lying around and this open male actually feeding on a lioness. And I'm 95% sure it's the Koppies female, one of the Koppies females. I'm not sure which one, it's hard to tell. But the guys from Ngala saw one lioness moving away with 5 cubs from the same area, and then found this one female being eaten, and then 2 cubs also dead around her. So those numbers add up: 2 females, 7 cubs, to being the Koppies Pride, unfortunately. So like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the Koppies female, one of the Koppies female. I'm hoping that the youngest female is still alive, just from a breeding point of view, and for future generations. And then also obviously hoping that the cubs, most of them are female, so that pride can grow. But yeah, it's not looking good for the Koppies Pride at the moment. With these Koppies moving in further, we might lose that Koppies female. She might move out the area and take the cubs. Hopefully she won't, but she might be hiding from these females. Some of these females do have bite marks on them. The youngest female has quite a swollen face and a few bite marks around the neck. And even this open male has a small injury there to the back of his hip area. So probably from that lioness trying to save herself. It's quite common for bigger prides to often kill off smaller prides. I saw it a lot firsthand in the Sabi Sands, where the southern pride in the south would kill off members of the Charleston Pride quite regularly. So bigger prides, more females, will kill off smaller prides as a way of eliminating competition. So unfortunately that looks like what's happening here between the Koppies and the Koppies Pride. And who knows, that's remember we lost that eldest lioness of the Koppies a few months back. She just disappeared. Could have been the same fate. Maybe these females also got a hold of her, we'll never know. So yeah, quite sad, but that's lion dynamics and that's how lions work. And nonetheless, it's still interesting how things change within your lion populations. Lionesses have just spotted a small herd of buffalo coming towards them. The buffalo are unaware that the lions are here. There's a watering hole just below the lions here. These buffalo are right next to these lions. They're coming straight in here to these lions. No, they missed. Just shows you how quickly things change. They've gone from sleeping cats to hunting cats. Things change very quickly. They just picked up the buffalo moving in here. Immediately went into stork mode. But they are not successful. But they know where the buffalo are. I'm sure they'll follow them again tonight. Well guys, I'm going to end it here with the Mberries. I just thought I'd give you that update about them, and also about the Koppies Pride, the unfortunate incident with the Koppies Pride. But hopefully that female can look after those cubs and we'll continue to see them within the Manyeleti, so we'll see how that goes in the future. It's been an incredibly warm and hot morning here. As you can see, most of the animals are either in the shade or sorry, there's just a lion going to the toilet here. Most of the animals are in the shade or in the water, like the elephants. So I'm also going to be heading back into the lodge. It's been an incredible few weeks for me here. Some great wildlife and safari highlights. I've enjoyed it immensely. And I look forward to getting back here in 2 weeks, and I'll see you then.